So hi everyone, welcome to the Culture Club. We have Margarita with us today and we're going to be having a little chat about her and sharing some more information about her wonderful creative influences and experiences during lockdown and beyond. So thank you for joining us today, Margarita. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Kim. I'm very well. First of all, thank you very much for invitation to be part of this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you. And hi everyone. I'm Margarita. My nickname as artist is Mar.
Mhm.
Is short version of Margarita.
Mhm.
The story about my art background
Mhm.
started 3 years ago.
Right.
Um, yeah, when I decided to study fashion design, and I was inspired by street art as well, painting on canvas with some acrylic painting like Posca mixing with a spray, which
Were you
so
experimenting with different materials, and did you did you feel that that helped you further your own investigation with, developing your art?
yeah, when I was studying fashion design, so I started painting only with acrylic, but then I met some lovely artists, which they show me different techniques. I start trying them, and I was kind of feeling myself really into these techniques. So I start combining street art as how to say bigger canvas where I can
Yeah.
do yeah bigger drawing
Mm-hmm.
and to show more details because
Yeah.
what I noticed when I was doing the collection in my projects, I was doing very little details, which on my drawings at home and on sketches, they were so visible. So one lovely artist which I met, he told me, "Oh, you should try bigger size. So why you don't start doing street art?" I said, "But look, I even don't know how to use spray
That's
cans and
yeah.
etc." So the story started like this,
Nice.
and combining digital painting, combining just normal drawing at home on canvas,
Yeah.
and then street art, and all mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and what I really want to say,
Mm.
and I was inspired by universe, by space, all mission about Mars, and yeah, more universe and cosmic um, cosmic vibes.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. And you mentioned to me in one of our initial emails about dancing and the connection to kind of energy in dancing, um, because of something that I mentioned to you, my background with dancing. So is the kind of cosmic energy, is that something that you take from many different areas that hold rhythm? There's a sense of rhythm, right, in that kind of thing. Do you feel that that is seen in your work?
Yes, so yeah, thank you for mentioning that because I 3 years ago when the story starts about Mar, um, I kind of remember all my childhood time.
Mm,
And in my childhood, most of the time, after school, after the tasks that I had to do after school, literally every single day around 5 p.m., I had to jump to the community, to the local community to dance and to prepare with a couple of people some how to say something about next festivals in the city when I was born. So my childhood, it was completely related with dances and with very theater and actor vibes. So these kind of feelings as well, I think that they are they influence
Mm,
the way that I express now,
yeah.
because dance is it's very soft, brave, and fluid energy,
Mm,
which kind of I relate with fashion.
yeah.
Um, the way of how you create collection or um, these kind of things. So yes, I kind of relate my art with different posture when we are dancing.
Yes, that's really nice. I don't know why, but the Paso Doble came into my mind just now because that's very quite a stern stance and posture, in comparison to something else like a waltz or a jive even. So that's really, really interesting that you say about the posture in dance. And I like the analogy because it makes me think about the crossover between the posturing within dance and perhaps the folding within tailoring. So, the layering of materials and the different fabrics, when they're combined in within collections. So are you perhaps still influenced by some of the creative directors of, the fashion houses? Do you follow any of that? Does that maybe still have an influence into your work?
For me, the most important about fashion at all, um, for me, fashion and the way that we are wearing ourselves is another language. So what we choose, like colors, like materials, it's what we are really are.
Yeah.
So I was inspired by, it's not luxury brand, but the story is very long. I was inspired by Massimo Dutti. It's a
Okay.
Spanish brand. It's, yes, the luxury brand of Zara. I know that
Right.
everyone's Zara.
Okay. Yeah.
I am part now of Massimo Dutti. I am part of the fashion merchandising team.
Okay.
I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
And why they inspire me?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Why they inspire me? Because all of their collections, since they start, oof, 25 years ago,
Wow.
they are based on basic collection,
Mm.
but in the same time, very particular.
Do you find that this crossover um, can be added to any other mediums, any other creative mediums, because there's fashion in film, a lot of the vintage silver screen films are some of the women there are very feminine, very soft. And you have, I don't like the word archetype, but it's somewhat fitting, but the strength and the leadership skill that's then empowering through the um generative growth of the female character has come through the ages, in leading female roles and things like that. Are you influenced by any of that within the media and film?
Yes, I was 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I watched at this time a lot Spanish movies.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, I was learning Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
so I had influence from Spanish fashion culture, and the movie was yeah related after the Second War,
Mm-hmm.
and the lady was a fashion designer based in Madrid. The movie is El Tiempo entre Costura.
You'll have to
If
send me the
somebody,
link. You'll have to
yes,
send it to me, please. Yeah.
and yeah, this lady since her childhood, she started to sew with her grandmother, and the only desire that she had in her life is just to follow this passion. But the message of her, it was after the Second War, the she to provide um, collection and clothes to women that they represent exactly the same what I relate to Massimo Dutti, to be very feminine, to be very soft, and not to wear yourself with something, just to keep yourself pure,
Mm-hmm.
and to choose even the dresses, even whatever, the same as your soul it is. So this movie was kind of inspired me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was following couple more Spanish movie. So yeah, Spanish fashion
That's
was
great.
inspiring. Yeah.
That's really, really lovely. And I will definitely share the links that you share with me, and I'll pop them in the description box below. Um, it's really, really fascinating about the areas that you have kind of grasped and drawn your inspiration from. I find it really, really fascinating. And naturally, to me, you come across as quite an empowering person, and I think that's really, really nice. I think there's such a lovely quality um, in anybody, whatever their gender may be. I think it's great to kind of help to uplift and encourage all people. It's part of our human experience and universal love at the end of the day. So that's really, really nice, and I'm so happy to have this exchange with you. If people were looking to view your work, where would they find you so we can showcase some of that?
Um, the, yeah, the place that I can find my art, I kind of very careful um, keep this art, and for me, every single post that I do in Instagram,
Mm-hmm,
you can share as well
mm-hmm,
after my link.
mm-hmm.
Um, so I kind of very careful post every single piece that I do, and I decided to do more description about it.
Right.
I know that it's require a little bit more time to
Mm-hmm.
read or even to see the videos that I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
But for me, it's not important the amount of art that you are doing. It's important as well, the same as I think about the fashion, the
Mm,
quality, and
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
um, must be for me always must be story because
Storytelling.
fashion and even collection, any project, because
Mm-hmm.
since before to jump in fashion, I was civil engineer and doing a different project, technical projects. This is
Yeah.
a story, so it's not like kind of, oh, I want to do it and I do it. No, it's
Mm-hmm.
investigation, it's
Mm-hmm.
inspiration, it's all that you want to say, and
Yeah.
yeah, every single post I'm trying
Yeah.
to express the way I started to doing this art, even a canvas, the
Mm-hmm.
colors,
Mm-hmm.
um, the emotion that I've got,
Definitely.
um, and always to be grateful, because to say thank you to the people that they inspire me, so how all the people that I share this journey.
Yeah.
Um, because since that I'm very little, very very powerful woman that she influenced me. She always telling me, Margarita, whenever you do, say thank you to everyone,
Yeah.
and don't stop doing, because
Yeah.
some people is gonna say, ah, please
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
Gratefulness,
Yeah.
it's part of my art as well.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% gratitude cost nothing, and it goes out to the universe, and it's part of this universal love that we are mentioning before. I think it's fabulous though that you're trying so hard to be so in depth with your story and sharing the journey with people, because sometimes if you look at an image, or you're even in, in public, and you pass a piece of art, maybe you find the person on Instagram having that connection, you know, it's so pure, and it really opens up the person's mind to the meaning, because you automatically will have an emotional connection with a piece. Everybody does. It's the reason why you stop on the street, or why you stop in a gallery, etc. But knowing and then developing that bond with the artist themselves, that's more of the story. And it's so lovely. And have you been exhibiting your work throughout lockdown? Where have you done some of that stuff? I think it's great that the artists have remained active. So yeah, tell us more.
I'm so grateful because of this lockdown since the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, exactly before the lockdown, 2020 in February,
Yeah.
um, um, I've got opportunity to expose one of my last illustration and drawing
Nice.
in optics in here in central London. So
Okay.
we did that, and
Yeah.
after lockdown, no, during the lockdown, and
Yeah.
now at the moment even
Mm-hmm.
since 28th of February, I
Mm-hmm.
received invitation from Art.Number23. It's art gallery in London and
Nice.
Athens as well. But
Wow.
now they are running virtual because what I kind of notice, yeah, most of the art now is going virtual. So virtual
Mhm.
exhibition, it's very common, it's very
Yeah.
popular,
Yeah.
and it's easy to share the art energy with the
Mm.
people.
Yeah.
So at the moment, yes, at the moment I have one virtual exhibition with three canvas that I did during the lockdown,
That's lovely.
where exactly I related my passion about space, being a star,
Great. Yes.
with the colors that I really feel myself on it.
Yeah. That's
So
lovely.
yeah,
And
mm,
does this resonate also with your personal meditation practice? You mentioned before that you're into yoga. So I guess, is that a reflection somewhat of those habits and activities that you have on a personal level?
first of all, as an artist, I do all these things about art just
Yeah.
to heal myself,
Yeah.
just trying to find another way to express myself,
Yeah.
and finding this way of exploring more myself and true self. I try to be professional on it.
Yeah.
I don't know in my future, or maybe I know, I don't want to focus only about art. I
Yeah.
think that I really want to use art as
Mhm.
another language,
Yeah.
talking with people, and keeping my professional life with different things,
Yeah.
because I'm inspired. Ooh, of lot of things, and
Yeah.
in this lifetime I want to do so many things,
Yeah.
which is not stressful. I
Yeah.
find way to do it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah.
yes, art, this kind of language. I
Mhm.
kept all my hobbies, yoga that I'm doing, cycling,
Mhm.
fashion, the passion about space,
Mhm.
and all universal laws,
Lovely.
spiritual journey as well. So
Yeah.
all these things that are very, very inside me, that
Yeah.
they're keeping my emotion. So
Yeah.
I put in my art background.
Lovely. That's fabulous. I think it's such a nice expression. It's such a nice way to intertwine, the two energies, and the holistic experience well, of, of our soul, really. So as much as you're doing it, I definitely encourage many other people to do the same as well, because I think it's so fulfilling, and it's so it gives us our answers to the questions that are coming from within, is what I find as well. You create a piece of artwork, and sometimes you can reflect on it 6 months later and see it in such a new light, and that brings you answers that you never imagined, because your life has progressed so much in that time period.
Kim, exactly what happened to me this the last year, because now I'm focusing having more time.
Yeah,
So I'm focusing more to paint, just to
yeah,
paint without any rules, without any restriction,
yeah,
just to follow the flow.
yeah,
And I was kind of stuck with where I really want to go in 5 years,
yeah,
for
yeah.
example. And the art kind of gave me this answer, because I was healing myself.
Mm,
Um, but by healing, I want to say that I empty all my desires, all my purpose from my beliefs, also from my past,
mm-hmm.
that I must be
Oh,
kind of this kind of person. I
yeah,
need to
yeah,
follow the education that I've got,
yeah.
etc., etc. So I
Mm,
kind of empty myself,
mm-hmm,
and I ask myself, come on, what do you really want to do?
mm-hmm,
And now I'm really focused, and I really discover what is my other professional path.
mm-hmm,
So the art gave me, yeah, gave me answers of what I really want to do with my life. What is my really what's my
mm-hmm,
purpose? Because yes, art is not my purpose. Yes, right. Art is the um, it's the source, is the tool that gave
yeah,
me,
too. Mm,
yeah, the answer. What's my purpose?
yeah,
And how can I help? Or yeah, how can I help
yeah.
with this body in this
As
lifetime?
you say, 100%. And I think, using your own words, the language of art, I feel that the way that other people will translate that, for their own soul purpose, that can help them unravel all of those things. And they won't know. It's like subconscious. They don't know that it's happening, but it's happening because our artwork collectively, people who are doing things from this mindset, has that purpose. And there are many of us out there that have a very similar mindset, and it's feeding, this symbolism or something like this, or this language, into people's minds and third eyes and energy centers, and they go about their day and they don't know, but it's helping them. It really, really is. The same way that people's artwork has had that same effect on me and is continuing to do so. It's great. I love it.
It's great, and the people, they know me, and the artists that I'm so grateful that I met, yeah, the last 2 years, that
Mm,
they were supporting me and then kind of pushing me, encouraging me. Margarita, go further, go wider, go bigger,
mhm.
even on my canvas, even because I started with very small pieces, even
Yeah,
digital, even yeah, on canvas, even on the street art, and
yeah,
now
yeah,
only painting.
yeah,
I realized that I can go further, even in my personal life, even in
yeah,
my, so I cut my beliefs that I can do only these kind of things. No, you can do whatever you want.
yeah,
We are all the
absolutely.
same,
Yes,
just we just put our limitation on it. So
yeah,
art helped me to see that yes, I am able to do whatever I want. I just need to follow what I really want to do, and to follow different steps, and to find a way to do it. Even my last piece, I'm still, I can't believe that I did it.
mm-hmm,
Um, It was on Sunday. It was lovely collaboration with um, uh, for me one of the most talented artists that I met this last month, the last month. Um, and we collaborate with her, and I expand my mind with piece of the wall. It was around 5 meters high,
Wow.
so big. And I said, in the end of the day, come on, you did something which I never think that I can do it. So that's kind of gave me answer. So
Hmm.
whenever you want to do
Yeah.
anything that you want to do, no limitation. You cut them because you can do it.
Yeah.
So I
Absolutely.
encourage all the people, yeah, to start.
100%. It's obvious that you do. What an inspiration that you are. And I know that you love it's overflowing from your energy that you love to do this. And it's really, really lovely. It's really, you have such a refreshing energy. And I think it's fabulous. And I can only hope that you go further and further and further on your personal journey and in your professional career and in your art and everything. And I'm really, really pleased that you had time to join us today and share some of your experiences as well. Thank you so much. Honestly,
Uh,
thank you,
Glad to be
Margarita.
part
I
of
will
this
put all the
interview.
links below and for everything that we've spoken about. And hopefully there will be people that can go and see your work when everything opens back up.
I am open to everyone. We can talk about a lot of things that they can be inspired, because it's
That's
not
great.
only art. As I said, it's your body activities, yoga as I use, cycling as I use. I encourage a lot of people to start cycling. Cycling is freedom.
Yes,
So
yes.
welcome everyone
Yeah, that's
to my
great. Thank
on
you
my
so
blog.
much. Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you,
see you
Celine.
soon. Okay, take care. Bye bye.
Bye.